Hola, hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Pues este video llegó, tenía que llegar, estamos en un lugar maravilloso donde vamos a revivir tantos momentos, nostalgia, hasta estoy así como temblando de la emoción. Estoy con mi amigo Ryan y les adelanto que va a ser una entrevista inglés-español, así como lo escucharon. Ryan, thank you, my friend.
Thanks, man.
But let me do this amazing. I feel like a little kid all around here. You're gonna see all the stuff he had, but tell me a little bit about you first.
Yeah.
Before we start to talking about all these things, tell me about you. You always be around toys, or how you start to collecting all these things?
I mean, like most of us, from an early age, like I've been collecting since I was a kid, and I've always unapologetically loved the things that I've grown up with, and a lot of this is being around inspiration of things that inspire me, and just joy, really. I mean, part of this is me sharing the joy with the community and having a place to hang. This is our clubhouse. It's like mi casa, su casa, just come on, hang out, and just relive like the time in our lives when we didn't care about what was happening in the world, and we could just embrace our inner child, basically, and recapture our childhood.
Ya, sí, exactamente. Se lo dice él, este es un lugar y hay más personas. How many people getting involved in this place?
There's about 7 of us up here collectively, and we're all friends, we're all collectors, and for the longest time we were like, man, I wish something like this existed.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, let's make it happen. So that's what this is our clubhouse,
Sí, miren, ustedes conocen, han visto mis videos, saben que tengo muchas cosas y muchos dicen juguetes, otros decimos colecciones. Al final son cosas nostálgicas, son cosas que nos llevan a recordar momentos. We remember moments with, I don't know, grandparents, our friends. You born in Dallas, or where are you from?
Outside Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, but my family's lived here for a lot of my life.
You grown up in Detroit?
My family moved down during the Exodus, like in the 80s.
Okay.
And then we came down here when I was like a toddler. And so I've been here,
Since.
Yeah.
Go ahead. There's gonna be people here around. We record it, but you can.
Oh yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. This is gonna be like a live thing. So, él creció en Detroit. Muchos ya lo van a ver con los subtítulos y se movió a Dallas. So you moved to Detroit.
Well, I was born there, and then my family moved down here.
So you were like
2 years old.
2 years old.
Yeah.
So pretty much you're a Dallas guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
You like Dallas Cowboys?
No.
That's okay. I don't like it. I'm a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's somebody's here. Oh my God. We're in trouble.
I'm Denver, so I don't like
Kansas perfect.
City, so
Oh yeah.
So nobody likes Dallas.
I love the city. I love the place.
But we love people from Dallas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not Jerry Jones,
No, but we remember that Dallas Cowboys with Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
At that time.
So I remember when they won the Super Bowl, the back-to-back, and they did the parade downtown that turned into a riot. I was there when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
I saw the whole riot of people jumping off the McDonald's, all that. Yeah.
Wow. The McDonald's is in downtown, right?
Yeah.
The one is still there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We come back. Tell me a little bit about this. Which is your favorite? I know you have a lot of stuff, but you can bring me 5 of your favorite stuff.
So, I mean, obviously, everything that we put in here is stuff that we're interested in, we think is cool. A big part of what we put in here it's all curated stuff you don't see all the time. You know, a lot of these places
Yes.
you go to, it looks just like Target, you know, or Walmart.
Yeah.
But everything in here is like, whoa, wow, it's like super rare. You know.
It is.
So-
but tell me, I know you have a lot of things, but it's over there?
Yeah. So we could walk around. There's a lot of different things, you know.
Ok, vamos a cambiar la cámara para poder estar moviéndonos y la magia de la edición va a ser todo lo demás. Así que para allá vamos. Show me your...
So this right here from the 1980s film Return to Oz. They only made 4 figures when the movie came out, and you had to buy them at Tokyo Disney World. So they're super hard to get, super rare, and unless you were at Tokyo Disney in the 80s, and for a small period of time, that was the only place to get it.
Wow. And
So-
what about the other stuff you have there?
So a lot of this, a lot of this is made by different people that I've met through the years, different toy artists, right? So Chance Priest, who does Warriors of the Universe, he sculpted and hand painted a lot of these with AAA, which is his painting partner, and he's also starting to sculpt. But most of these come from Japan that are kind of tucked in here. Japanese sofubi, which is a vinyl toy, and you know, this is one of the big passions of mine, is like the craft of like toy making and art toys. These are pieces of art. People put a lot of effort into them, but there hasn't been a place in Dallas that sells this stuff. So this was a big part of like,
It's pretty unique.
right. I wanted to have a place where we had this stuff.
Okay,
you know, and we keep making new like, you know, stuff that's influenced from my childhood. Obviously, I grew up to He-Man.
Me voy a comprar algo de esto ahorita, ¿eh?
And I know He-Man, like predominantly the toys, these were made in Mexico too. So, you know, Mexico has a long history of toy making. This is actually Hector Patino from Mexico City. This is a custom-made toy. So between like Mexico and Japan, that's where a lot of the toy makers are, like independent toy makers, you know. And that's what these kind of cases showcase. So we're probably the only store in Texas that has like anything like this. And one of the only like a handful of stores in the United States that have this kind of stuff regularly, you know.
Well, show me your place.
All right. So
Yes.
this like, we grew up to the video store.
Oh, yeah.
You know, on a Friday night, you know, when you get to go to the video store and pick out a movie, maybe a game with your friend, and your mom get you a pizza, and like, that was a great night. And that kind of thing just disappeared, but I want to keep it alive still. Because, you know, not everything on streaming is like the stuff we want to watch. But
Yes.
there's something about the physical, tangible, you know, finding and, oh, wow, I forgot about that movie, you know, and looking at the box art, you know, and all this kind of stuff. It's like you pull it out and it's like, oh, wow, you know, and it just brings back memories. And that's what this all is about, you know.
Like you say, we remember Blockbuster and getting into, even in Mexico, I remember those things and like, oh, you're getting into that. Oh my God. And we're waiting for the movies.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And, you know, so we also try to keep the players in stock, and like we make sure that they work when we have them in, so that if you don't have the setup, you could build the setup here and you could build a collection.
What is this thing?
These are video.
Show me.
These are video discs. So this is a format that didn't last very long. And they're like floppy disks. And yeah.
Really?
And it's like a record player has a stylus that reads it.
Wow. What year is that?
These are like
70s?
early 80s. Maybe they dipped into the 70s a little bit. Laserdisc actually came out before this, even though that these are a lot scarcer. And we have a ton of Laserdiscs over here. So these are all Laserdiscs. So I import from Japan too. So a lot of these Japanese ones, so they're all compatible with the U.S. players. And Japan kept making the format longer than we did. So there's a lot that you can only get on Japanese discs. Same with the VHS. We have a lot of Japanese VHS in here. These are actually 8mm reels, film reels. We have some 16mm film reels. Basically all dead media formats we're into. And we don't just like, oh, it's VHS, so we buy it and put it in. No, all these movies are hand selected. Everything's cherry picked in here.
Wow.
So it's all good stuff.
Talking about movies, you have... Okay. Es que es una locura esta tienda. Sí, vamos a estar hablando en inglés y en español, pero es una locura. It's a crazy thing because you have all those things. They're original or they're replica?
So it's a mix.
It's
right?
a mix.
Right.
Okay.
So not everybody wants to spend the amount of money for original poster, but they still want it on their wall, so that we have more affordable options. Now, this is original.
I have the from the cine. Well, this place in Mexico called Cinemex. I have the one they produced. I have this one. I show you later.
Okay.
The one from there is about 20 years something. So I have the one. You see the one over there.
Oh yeah.
I have the one. I have the Wolverine one.
Oh sweet, yeah.
So.
But yeah. I mean, it's mixed. So some of these are our originals, and they're just kind of mixed in between. You could tell when it's original. Obviously, the price is a little bit higher.
Yes.
But we carry a large, wide selection. So
that's
whatever
amazing
you're looking for.
stuff. What about these toys?
These are 1980s Remco Universal Monster figures, which are really sought after now, especially the Creature of Black Lagoon. A lot of this is another Sofubi, Mark Nagata, who's he did a lot of the covers for Goosebumps. That's his figure. Some of these are Sofubi. It's just kind of a mix of a lot of different horror type focused things. Yeah, this is vintage here. That's I believe 60s Herman Munster. There he is. This is Robbie.
Hey, how you doing?
This is one of my other partners in crime up here.
How you doing, Robbie?
Good.
He's the OG that was up here before any of us. Yeah,
Okay.
with most of the posters and stuff, it came from Robbie.
Yeah.
Somebody else? Well, tell me a little bit about all these things.
So
you just walked
I'm
into
Robbie,
it.
so this is Spider's K, as you can tell. So I'm really into the movie end of it. I like the movie posters. I've been collecting movie posters.
How long you been doing that?
Since around 1980, since I moved to Dallas. So.
Wow. 1980.
Yeah, I was born.
Yeah, you born in 1983.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So
Yeah, I've been buying posters for a long time.
Wow.
Comic books, posters. So I grew up watching the old Universal monster movies and stuff, the old 50s sci-fi movies, and so that's my affinity. I like monster movies and stuff. So that's how I started getting into this.
okay. 3 movies. Favorite movies.
My 3 favorite movies?
Yes.
Horror movies or just my 3 favorite movies?
I know you have more, but 3.
So really my all-time favorite movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
That's my favorite movie of all time. My favorite horror movie or monster movie is Creature from the Black Lagoon. I got Affinity. That's the first one I remember growing up watching.
Okay.
And then thriller, sci-fi. I mean, not thriller horror, but Rear Window, Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's way up there for me. I
So,
love that movie.
I just got a copy of that on VHS yesterday, and I was checking it, and it was broken, so couldn't have it here.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's just saying, we check every tape, make sure no mold, and it works and all that, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sir, thank you. You are talking about horror.
Yeah, this is him too.
That's me. That's the horror room.
Go
Yeah.
ahead,
Come on
please.
in.
Show me a little bit. I'm gonna give you the microphone, then you can. There you go. There you go.
So, come
tell
on
me
in.
a
This
little
is the
bit
horror
about this
room.
place.
So we got a little bit of everything. In here we're going anyway from Universal Monsters up to Terrifier 3. So we got just a little bit of everything in here. As you can see, you got all kinds of toys.
How old is all these? toys.
Those are the Young Frankensteins. Those are sideshow. They're from 2001. They only made a very limited quantity of those. Those are really cool.
I love that movie. Like, I think that's my favorite Mel Brooks by far.
Oh, by far. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay, I had to ask because I asked him. Movies. Top 3.
Favorite movie of all time is A Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
And then I would say Blue Velvet.
I love Blue Velvet.
And I would say Brazil.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you, Brazil. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Terry Gilliam.
Terry Gilliam's
Okay,
great.
I'm gonna be around and you tell me a little bit about these. I love horror movies, and then I have it go.
Oh, yeah, me too. If I'm going to watch mostly anything, it's mostly horror movies most of the time. Got a San Diego Comic-Con Creature from the Black Lagoon there.
Is that the glow in the dark? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
a glow-in-the-dark one.
And what about the toys? I know you have a lot of toys. I'm pretty sure you love everything, but the favorite ones that you have?
My favorite ones are from the Marx figures from the 60s, where they came out with Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy.
You have something like that here?
I had some. I'm all out of those right now.
You got one of the older models of Frankenstein.
Do have one of the old Aurora models on the
What
other
about
side
these?
that you...
The,
Oh, the Texas Chainsaw, that's probably one of my favorite movies too. That's up there in my top 10.
This is a good one right here, man. Japanese wind-up.
Yep.
wow. Señores, como pueden ver, es una locura todo lo que está aquí. De verdad es que estoy agradecido que me hayan dejado entrar a este mundo y todo esto. We doing this in Spanish and English. So. Tienen muchas cosas, vamos a seguir conociendo y hablando de eso. Quédense todo el video, vengan y compartan. The address, please. I'm gonna put it here. Which is the address?
It's a North Dallas Antique Mall.
Okay.
We're at Forest and Marsh. I can't remember. It's the whole. The address is for the whole complex.
Look in the comments, you'll see the address.
I think it's like 117 Marsh Lane, something like that. But it's Suite 172.
Forest and Marsh.
Yeah, I can't
It's in the
remember.
second floor.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
was an old movie theater in the 1960s, right?
okay.
Yes.
So we're upstairs, like the projection booth is our kaiju room, which you haven't seen yet, and you should check it out.
Ok. Así que vengan, de verdad que es una locura. Si quieren cosas cool, todo esto nunca va a pasar de moda. Isn't that beautiful, girl?
Linda Blair is going to be at Texas Frightmare weekend now.
Really?
Yeah, she's one of the guests.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of stuff to get signed at Frightmare. We try to keep it in. So come here first, and then take it to Frightmare and get the autograph.
You hear that? Come here.
Oh yes.
So show me
This
the
is your
rest.
first stop, for sure.
Okay. Show me the rest of the...
So come out this way back again. Here's our kaiju room. You're not going to find anything like this in this part of the country but here.
Yes. And that is...
Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla.
And most of this is straight from Japan.
Pretty sure. Wow.
But you won't find a place like this outside of the coastal cities. And, primarily Los Angeles, kind of, San Francisco, you might find something like this. But
You have beautiful pieces here. So how long you been collecting this stuff in particular?
for the kaiju, the Sofubi stuff, I got into it probably about, 7 years ago now. And once you start, you can't stop,
Yeah, I believe you. There is a guy from Mexico, and you can follow. His name is Mac Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's,
You turn me on to him. He's good stuff. Yeah.
he got good stuff, and he's getting into this. So, si ves esto, Mac Hunter, tienes que venir aquí, tienes que venir a grabar aquí. Ellos van a ser buenos anfitriones y vas a encontrar unas piezas increíbles. So, I'm gonna be a hashtag Mac Hunter, come here.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please.
Wow,
Heck yeah.
it's amazing.
This original. There's lots of original posters in here.
Yeah, we do a little bit of both. Got a lot of original posters, a lot of reprints. Some people don't want to. They want their favorite movie, but they don't want to spend $400 on a poster. You know.
Yeah.
So we try to accommodate everybody.
You have, like you said, you have a different stuff here.
That's the idea. Stuff.
Tell me a little bit about this guy.
So that's Nakajima, the actor that played the original Godzilla, and they did this figure for him. That's what the suit when he took off the top part actually looked like. And the toy company in Japan that was making this figure, they lost the rights to his likeness, so they won't make these anymore. And they're already rare.
This is the first time I see.
Yeah, it's
something like that.
like we've had, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them in here. They don't last long because they're hard to get.
Very hard to get.
Okay.
He even had a couple of them autographed, so that tells you.
It's amazing. I was like, what is that? Okay, there is another part over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I follow you guys. Okay.
So
Here, anywhere.
So this is one of our new partners up here from Horror Freak, Eric, and he's got a lot of really interesting stuff that he's been dying to like put in the store, but his store is like mostly horror stuff, so he wanted to be able to join us because we're a little more eclectic with it. And he's a great buddy and perfect addition.
Great
to our
addition.
shop. Yeah.
For sure.
Nice. Oh, the cobra. Who's this guy?
That's some like Bigfoot thing. Yeah, it's a wild like robotic Bigfoot like character.
That's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Everything is cool here.
That's the idea.
Yeah, it's
All in one spot, you know, it's like cool overload.
Para los que crecimos con esto, las tortugas ninja. It's kind of hard to say that in English. Oh, yeah, it is. That's why I say in
It's
Spanish.
sensory overload for sure.
There's more stuff. Even the books.
Oh yeah,
Tell me a little bit about the books.
yeah. So all the books are the books you want to find in a place that has movies, right? So these are movie novelizations. And different sci-fi and comic and anything nostalgic to us, right? So we even have the books you grew up with as a kid with the He-Man. We got Turtles, Return of the Jedi. You know, all those old programs and books that you would get at like book fairs and stuff like that, because all of it's nostalgic. And this nostalgia is therapy.
Nostalgia. Yeah, it is. It is, like you say.
Yeah.
This is a therapy. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the last place.
Yeah,
we
it's
start.
definitely going to make you smile when you're looking at all this stuff. And, you know, it makes us smile when we come in here every day.
Smile and cry
Yes.
and memories and
Well, that's what it brings back.
Remember
This is what
your
everybody
friends.
walks in here and says, "Oh my God, you got my childhood in here."
yes,
And that's what we want.
yes, the childhood.
And we have stuff, I mean, this is from the 1950s. We have stuff from the 1940s. This ventriloquist doll is from the 1930s. So lots of history in here too.
It is. You have everything here.
Yeah, music, and then all, like I said, everything is cherry picked. CDs, cassette tapes. We have 8-track. You know, we sell records. Even like so, when you're a kid, the records that have the books, when you know, the little record players, we have all this stuff from Disney. You know, we got
You have a
Tron.
little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's it. If we think it's cool, it belongs. That's it. You know.
Wow. More Godzillas, and this is more.
Yeah.
It's kind of new, right?
But yeah, Mark came in. Mark Hay, who owns Splash Page Comics. He represents comic artists, and he also has a comic book store, Comic Asylum.
Okay. Here in Dallas.
Yeah.
He's kind of like on the Richardson Garland border over there.
Wow.
and we're watching Bad News Bears. So like, he'd come and hang and watch movies with us.
I'm going to bring something you don't have here, and I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh yeah?
You remember the things there behind the movies from both?
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of those things. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah?
bring a few.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Guys, amazing stuff. Señores, señoritas, sigan el canal, sigan a estos personajes. Les voy a compartir las páginas de ambas personas. Instagram you have a personal or just the one?
For the store,
For the store.
both of us. So I'm Leviathan, he's Spider's Cave.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.